Steve?
Well, Coach, I know it feels good to get back home and get a dub. A lot of guys got work that normally throw on weekends. Is it just kind of a bullpen, kind of get people right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. We wanted Nate to have some feel good and Ben Davis to have some feel good, and we got to get Dane Burns out there more, him and Mackay. So we were very, adamant that we're going to run those guys out there and let them get a good inning. And you're hoping they get to feel good, and I think they do after their performance.
Robbie?
Had a couple of scuffling moments on offense, but also got some big hits, especially Joe getting the 2-out hit, and Hunter got a big hit as well. I mean, what did you think of the offense as a whole?
Yeah, not super fired up. I don't know what it was tonight. We've been pretty good lately too, offensively, but I didn't think we were great. Just the double plays, the pitch selection a little bit. I really challenged them on the focus level. Sometimes you get in this SEC. Where you're playing 3 big ones on the weekend, and then you're playing on Tuesday night, and you're playing another 3, and you got to bring it, every night. And I thought we could have been a little bit better.
Danny B?
Coach, Kevin, he gives up the run in the third. He comes right back in, gets the clean inning. How big was that for him? Just come right back out there?
Yeah, he came out. He was scuffled a little bit when he came out. We wanted him to go back out there and like we said, we want him to feel like they had a little bit of success. And I thought his second inning, and I think he came out and got the leadoff guy in the 4th or 5th there. I thought he was pretty good after he settled in.
Ben?
Joe Powell getting consistent at bats here now that Ross has been out. So, what do you like from him, especially in that big at bat he battled back from the OSU count and was able to come up?
It was a huge at bat. I thought it was the play of the game. His at bat, just battling through it and then getting us a big swing. And then, after the weekend, really challenged the guys about holding the running game. And he throws out 2 and possibly could have been a third one. I argued it was a third one, so I thought it was pretty close. But I thought he did a really good job.
Steve?
I'm not asking you to comment on officiating, but as far as the rule about the screen, about moving the screen to kind of extend fair territory, what exactly is the rule on that?
I think they can move it. I couldn't see it, and I knew I probably shouldn't have replayed it because there's no way to ever see it on replay. I feel like we have unbelievable replay now with those Yacker techs on the bags, but we don't have it on that spot. The reaction of the fans and my first base coach as soon as it happened made me think that we had a shot there. But once you go to replay it, I don't think they have a good enough look. I don't think you can. I think you're allowed to. I guess he moved the fence a little bit. That's a hard one because some places have a hard fence and we have a net. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know that rule, Steve.
Doug?
Coach, going back to Hunter, he had 6 hits at Oklahoma, got another hit tonight that was nearly a home run. Is there a method to that? Is he doing something differently now?
No, I don't know. I just think he's working. He's just trying. He's fighting it every day, fighting back, trying to get a good at bats. I'm glad he got the big one there. I felt like that really separated the game for us and let us breathe a little bit because Samford's got a good ball club.
David?
You talked about getting Davis and some guys to get right, and he's here tonight. Was it more urgent the fact you got Thursday starting series here and not much time to get guys ready?
I mean, it's kind of like their bullpens. It sounded like they ran out there for their bullpens today. The Thursday week's kind of tricky, so it's tricky for them too. So I think we're all looking at it and trying to figure it out. But with Ben's ran out there twice and just hadn't been himself. And I thought that was the Ben we've had the first month of the season. I thought he was really good.
Robbie?
Saw on the monitor for a glimpse of Ross, pretty brutal from that HBP he had last week. How's he doing? What's kind of his status right now?
Broken nose. We're very fortunate. He's very fortunate because it could have been a lot worse, and he should be back soon. So it's going to be about what he can tolerate and deal with and everything else. He's got a football mask for a helmet now, so it'll be interesting to watch. But I tried to make him wear it all night in the dugout, but he refused. So, but he's doing good. He's in good spirit. He's a tough kid. So, but we're real fortunate. I mean, I don't know if it hit here and clip, but when it first happened, I thought it was straight on. So we're fortunate. He's fortunate.
And if I can follow up to Joe, behind the plate, it's been kind of a struggle for y'all throwing guys out. Tonight, it looked like he got the first guy. It was on line, and then he got 2 more, I think, after that.
Yep.
One of them might have been catcher's interference or batter's interference. But what have you seen from him as far as his catching the last few games?
Yeah, I thought. I think we got ambushed a little bit Saturday with that game, and a lot of it was our pitchers. It hadn't been so much Joe as it was. We had some pitchers slow to the plate. Joe's usually a pretty good thrower. And really, Saturday and Sunday are probably the only 2 days all year that we haven't thrown out guys, so we have to do a better job. Obviously, we spent about an hour on it yesterday, adding in a new pick system as another base and doing some different stuff. But we have the talent to do it. Joe's a good thrower, and Ross is a good thrower. Over the weekend, we don't make 2 tags. So, tonight we make the tags, and then they stop running. We make the tags the other night, they may stop running before it ever got going. But when you steal and you should be out and you get to be safe, then you're going to run again, and that's kind of what we got into. And then it kind of just went haywire on us.
We'll do 3 more: Steve, Doug, and then David.
Coach, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, I know there's a lot of different ways to handle your pitching. How tempting is it to kind of keep Pico on a Friday and kind of keep guys where they are? I mean, I know everybody does it a little bit differently, but what are your thoughts about that?
We in the locker room today, we're talking about it. We figure we're gonna let the media pick the rotation this week. Is that all right? I'm gonna let you decide with Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's a lot of variables, we haven't even decided to this point. I think Park has a pretty good idea, but we have to pin today and figure out things and how guys feel. It just that's the hardest part about the third. You love playing on Thursday night because the exposure for college baseball is great, but what it does to Friday night starters, makes it tough. So I learned that my first year with Ethan Small. I felt like that wore Ethan out a little bit, bouncing back and forth. So we're looking at it. I don't, either way, we'll figure it out. We'll get him out there in the right spot. We just want to be what's good for Pico. I think that's the most important thing for the long run.
You want me to call or text you my pick for Thursday?
Yes. So Robbie already sent his earlier today. So.
All right, we'll do Doug and then Robbie.
Coach, following up on Steve's question, specific one about Noah Sullivan. He only goes 2 tonight. Is he still a midweek pitcher, or with the weekend moving up, possibly see him in a situation on the weekend?
He could pitch on the weekends. Yeah, there's always that possibility. It wasn't as sharp tonight. We've been travel. We got in at 3:30 Monday morning. We've been on a grind with this group, and I just didn't think his stuff was as sharp. And we really wanted to get some guys in there. So I thought he did another great job of just getting out there. But he's always 88, 89. It's just the breaking stuff can be really sharp. I thought it was just a little flatter today. And they hit a couple balls, in those 2 innings that we were like, let's just go. And Kevin's we had Hungate warm up all day long because you want to throw your side armors on a night like this, but Chase just got to throw in the bullpen, I guess. So.
Rob.
Kind of a gauntlet start for y'all in SEC. You got the 3rd top 10 team that you play to start conference play, and this one's been really good so far this year. I mean, what's the challenge with this LSU team and doing it at Alex Box, where you've had some success?
Yeah, I think it's just SEC baseball. I mean, I've challenged the guys. It's it's a tougher start because you're playing teams that are playing really well at the time, and I think that's, obviously they're talented, but they're also playing well, and we probably haven't done enough. We haven't done enough. So there's so many close games in there. I think I haven't watched them a ton. Obviously they're very good, but I think you got to go in there and compete. I think we've had success there, but we've competed our asses off, and this group's going to have to go in there and earn every inning, every strike, every hit they get. To play against one of the better programs in the country, because we got to start getting us some SEC wins, because we do have some opportunities as the season goes on to get to where we need to be.